Hi everyone, welcome to my channel Born to Create. This is Maria-Katharina. I wanted to have another talk with you today. I'm doing this at the moment. It's kind of like a diary. I'm sharing my thoughts that I'm having on a reflection of a day that I've had so far. And I had a listen into Clubhouse. I often do listen to Clubhouse ever since it sort of started. I think end of December is when I've discovered it. And I spent a lot of time listening there. Now a little bit less than before. I used to host my own rooms, but point being, I listened to it this morning, and it was a conversation in one of the rooms, whether it was from, I think, Breakfast with Winners room, and I can't remember the woman who mentioned this, and I wish I had noted the name, and she mentioned something about, the conversation was about passion and how you can, create an income with your passion. And she was like, yeah, so this is really important, but there's one aspect that people and entrepreneurs forget about once they do sort of spend time in their passion and spend time doing what they love. And it's the part of making money with it, making an income and focusing on how to create an income stream with it. So because how I love to work is in a holistic way, right? So I'm all about do what you love, find your passion, what are you curious about, what interests you, what are the things that you constantly search for. If you're an artist, then what are your low-hanging fruit right now, that what are your low-hanging fruit clients or customers, right? So creating a life through your stream of love. So wherever you stream your love into and through, that is what I want for you, right? And if that's something that you want for yourself, then this is how I work with you. I work holistically. And the point with this conversation here today is about, if you lots of people have this idea about being holistic or spiritual and, being connected to the meaning of things and not making it about material things, for example, not making it about the money, for example. But once that is the case, you can forget making money with it. Or sometimes people are so uncomfortable with the concept of making money because they fear that it becomes an all materialistic thing, or that they are seen as somebody who is superficial and is just about the money. There's this whole thing about the starving artist, or the starving artist mentality, which is connected to selling out, for example, and there's some deep belief systems behind that, behind the fear of selling out. Because that fear of selling out, where does it come from? It's kind of like you don't want to be seen as somebody who's a sellout. You don't want to be seen as somebody who's just about the money. But what if you're not just about the money? You're doing something that you genuinely love, but you also want to create a business with it, and money is part of it, right? So the thought that I was having when she mentioned that is about, you also have to focus time on creating income streams. That is holistic. Holistic is when you look at the whole picture, and excluding money or excluding that part of it is pushing something away, is actually ignoring it, even though it's there and it exists. The meaning that we attach to things is only negative when we put the meaning of negative to it. So obviously there's been lots of experiences in the past, or people or businesses that have taken advantage of people, for example, taken advantage of their employees. For example, in the fashion industry, the whole issue with the fabrication of the clothes, like the cheaper the payment to the workers, the more money they can make, and all of that sort of a nasty idea about what people who have a business focus on. And this is not the case. If you are somebody who enjoys creating art, and you want to create a business with it, you're going to have to focus on also making sales. You're going to have to focus on making, on building relationships, and then on also being comfortable with sharing the price of your art and being comfortable with taking money, and but it's all about the consciousness around it, right? So if you want to create money in order to make more art, and perhaps you would like to create more money so you can you know, help other people as well on the side of it. Like I, for example, love to tithe my money, which means like 10% goes into a cause that I really believe in, or like for me personally, it's you know, a spiritual sort of cause where people help other people to become truly fulfilled from within, whatever is meaningful to you, right? But 10% goes away. There's a whole like law around it, and I can talk with you about that if you're interested, and I may do another video on it, about the energy of money and the concept of tithing, the concept of giving 10% away to a cause that you believe in, that's outside of yourself and your family matters. You know, it's like giving, it's like charity. So whatever you would like to do with that money, you know, it's okay to receive. More than okay. Actually, it's part of it. It makes you be a holistic human being, where you don't suppress one side of you, or you don't push away another side. And if there are limiting or negative beliefs, let's say, belief systems that you fear, you know, you've had bad experiences where you've been used, or, you know, been pushed into a situation where you had to work for little money, and by little I mean money that wasn't according to the value of what you were actually giving, or where you feel that people have been abused, or where, for example, in family situations where people have stolen from you, people have been greedy. Maybe once people have become successful, they've become greedy, or maybe you have the vision of like these really rich entrepreneurs who, you know, who act fast and who don't really think about the repercussions of their actions, that make you feel that's a rich person. Well, anyway, the holistic part of it is like we've got so many entrepreneurs that are conscious entrepreneurs, and for me, all of it here right now is about reminding you of you being a conscious artist, of you being a conscious artist of your life, whether you're at the moment still sort of finding your way, or whether you already know what you want to do, but there's things holding you back. I wanted to share this because I thought it was a good reminder of how everything in life needs to be considered. We're all in a system, we're all sitting in a web with each other, you know, interconnected, and everything that happens is part of that interconnection. So that includes money, and because that conversation was about, you know, finding your passion and finding what you truly love doing, and sometimes we can get sidetracked with just doing that and then forgetting about doing the income stream. This is just a reminder of how can you put your mind to creating an income with what you love doing. And you might say, oh, but I only do it because I love doing it, right? And that's fine. You can have your hobbies, I would say, that you just have for the part of enjoyment, which nourishes your soul, which is really important. But if you have something, if let's say you have a job that you don't really enjoy, and you really would love to do art, or, you know, really would love to create a business with your art, imagining that, let's say you wake up every day and you could do what you love doing, then, you know, what do you prefer? Do you prefer doing what you love doing every day on your terms, or do you prefer to do a job that you don't really fully enjoy, and that kind of, you know, may rob your energy or not, doesn't fulfill you, and then do the other thing as a hobby? Why not use it to share it with other people? Why not use your talent or your interest, your curiosity in what you do, what you love doing, and have somebody else have some enjoyment of it. Because that's what business is. Business is about a give and receive. Business is about relationships. This is really what it is. You're in business of relationships, and when you create what you love, somebody else can buy from you. Somebody else can, you know, whether it's a service that you can give them, or it's a product, or it's obviously an art piece, they will have a part of you and they will love and enjoy it. And if you didn't do that, then they wouldn't be able to have that. So, you know, have a think about it. And thank you for listening. And if you enjoy this channel, then I appreciate if you subscribe to my channel down here. And I'll see you in the next video. Bye.